going to be making a Thanksgiving swag. You're going to need some marigolds, some mums, some geraniums. These are magnolia leaves and oak leaves. Now for the candle holder, I'm going to use a styrofoam platform, which is around. I actually traced a circle on here because we got to find out the center of it. That way when we put the stick in, it'll be in the center. And gold tissue paper. Onto the video. That was easy enough to trace the paper and cut it out. I fold it in half. That's the easiest way to find the center. Then you go and trace it on here with the marker. I'll show you. Just line it up to the edge. And then trace it. That's where the channel is going to be. The reason why we got to cut a channel is because if you put this on top of that, it's going to be rocking back and forth. We want to do a little channel in there. I'll use my little knife and cut a little channel in there. And that way I'll lay flat. I never did a channel before, so this is something new. I'm just going to cut it down there. Cut it down there. And start taking it this way and getting some out. We can take it out like that. If you want to do it like a triangle to get it out, just go alongside of it. We're cutting a channel. The channel's all done now. I'll show you what I mean. So you can pass it in and out easy. That way you can adjust where the stuff goes. You want to make sure the end is covered with the leaves. And we're going to cut some of that stem so we can get it out of the way. This is the spot that we're going to cut it on. Now we can glue it down. I already glued that. Once you get it where you want it, you're going to glue it. Let me make sure the end's right. Yep. Now I'll glue it. I go all the way around it. I let that side set up, then I'll do the other side. Got the first layer on. Now we're going to do the second layer, but the second layer is actually going into the styrofoam. But before we put it in styrofoam, I'm going to glue the gold wrap on it. I cut it a piece big enough that we can overlap it. Now I'll glue it with the clear glue. I'm putting the clear glue just on the top of it, and we'll make sure it's totally flat. I'll smear them on it with my finger to make sure it's an even layer, because we want it even. We want it even on here. I'm just doing the top for now. I want to make sure it's all even. And I'll wipe my finger real quick. That way I don't stick to the paper. Then I'll put it on the center. and straighten it out. Let it dry. That's what it looks like on that side. Now you're going to fold it over. I cut a little bitty strips in each thing, then fold each one over, and I taped it this time. So that's all done now. Because it'll fit on top. Once I rated the candle on it, it'll be good. I already measured it to see how far in it was going to go in, so I cut off the excess stem already. Then I wrapped it once. Now I'm going to go back over with it to wrap it again to make sure it's nice and smooth. And then we'll do the other side like this before we stick it into the thing. But before we stick this one in, we're going to actually work on this, getting the flowers all the way around it. So we're going to have to cut some of this stem off so we can actually put some of the stem inside the styrofoam. I'll show you how it's done. I left that much stem on so we can just slide it in there. Now after you have it laid out, you can make your little holes for the rest of them. Here, right about here, you just poke it. Make sure to keep track of your channel because we want to put that in here. So we want to make sure the flowers is cleared. Now that that's done, insert the stems onto both sides. Now all we got to do is glue everything down. Now we got extra leaves we can put in here. We want to cover this up. So we just put it in here like so. That way it's covered up. And we can glue it in. Now we're going to do the same thing to the other side. We're going to glue this in. And we're going to hide this little stem here by gluing a leaf behind it. So you won't even see it. Like that. I'm gluing it on the bottom too to make sure it stays in place. I glued the bottom too, so it's totally attached. This is what it looks like when it's done. I have a candle that has a LED light. That way if you knock it over, it's no big deal. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section below. It helps my numbers. Thank you for watching.